Hi, Laura. Hi, C&D Simmons. Hi, Fabio. Hi, Alex. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me? West Sean L, what's up? Juanita, Maria, Noel. Richard, everybody, good morning. Ernie, good morning. Monica, good morning. Patricia, good morning. I might have to change the angle of this because it looks like that window is creating a lot of glare. But I learned from last time, and I'm sitting right next to the router. So hopefully there's no disruptions. I have some water next to me. The UI extensions. Okay, so that's Cecilia. Cecilia says, hi, can you talk about the UI extensions? So a lot of us are having our claim balance go down to 0 or it's nearing 0. So first what's going to happen is it's going to totally go down to 0, your claim balance. And after it goes down to 0, I want to say between 3 and 5 days later, you're going to get a message in your UI online account where the same, where you go to certify, there'll be a message in your inbox that says you might qualify for the first extension, which is the PEUC extension. Good morning, Melrose honey. After you get that message, then you'll get a letter in the mail that says that they've decided that you are eligible. I haven't heard of them not putting anybody automatically on that first 13-week PEUC extension. After that, Sean L is mentioning in the comments that he's about to be on the FED-ED extension. And there's a lot of miscommunication right now about that extension. That extension that comes after PEUC. And I believe your claim balance will go all the way down to 0 on that extension. After you certify on the PEUC extension, there shouldn't be any gaps. You should just be able to certify in 2 weeks like normal. On your normal date and everything, and you'll get paid just like normal. There were no gaps for me. I am on the extension now. And then if you go through those 13 weeks and you're still not employed, then you might be eligible for FED-ED, which is another 20 weeks. But they give it to you first in 13 weeks, and then if you're still unemployed, 7 weeks. So it's up to 20 weeks more of unemployment. With FED-ED, there are more requirements. Like in your base period that they originally calculate, you need to have earned 40 times your weekly benefit amount. So I want to say for me, that's like $450 times 40, which I think is $18,000. I should have a calculator next to me. And then, or if you don't have 40 times your weekly benefit amount, they will also consider 1.5 times your highest quarter to determine if you're eligible for FED-ED. If you're not eligible for FED-ED, then they're supposed to automatically file a PUA claim for you, but you are going to need to fill out some paperwork certifying that the reason why you're still unemployed is due to a COVID-19 related reason. All right, Melrose honey, I really want to get to you, but I'm only I see 2. I certified, then you went to apply again. Okay, and it's leading you to ID verification. So Melrose honey, I didn't see part 1 of her question, but it looks like she needed to reopen her claim. She certified, then she went to apply again, and it's application. So I think if you're a brand new claim, you need to submit ID verification. And I also want to say about all of the extensions, that only applies if you're still within your benefit year. If you are not within your benefit year, you might need to reopen your claim. Otherwise, it's supposed to happen automatically. Melrose honey, you're not in your benefit year anymore? Linda is saying that she thought everybody gets 30 weeks no matter what. So did I freeze? Okay, I'm unfrozen. Okay, so here in California, if you're a regular UI claim, you get 26 weeks automatically and then 13 weeks on a PEUC extension. That brings you up to 39 weeks. And then if you're eligible for FED-ED, that's another 20 weeks. Yes, Linda, 39 weeks. Correct. It's pretty much automatic 39 weeks. There are some people on PUA claims that don't get 39 weeks. But yes, Linda, with the PEUC extension, everyone gets 39 weeks. And then if you're eligible, 20 more weeks on the FED-ED program. Travell, don't worry about that. Unemployment benefits running out today because next is your 13-week PEUC extension. It ends in December and now it ends next year. Okay, so Melrose, honey, I do think you're going to need to do your ID verification, but no, Ernie, don't. Oh, you guys. Oh, Ernie, what is your question? I do have chat enabled or like super chat, but I don't really want you guys to use it because I think we're all on unemployment. So keep your money. Ernie, what is your question though? Because you donated to me and I'm so thankful for that. I'm thankful to all of you guys. Watching my videos just helps me, and then I'm able to help you, and that is honestly thanks enough. Ernie, don't do that again, but thank you. And Ernie, if you have a question, I'm going to be looking out for it. I haven't seen one from you yet. So I do think your claim is backdated. Yeah, so I do think you need to do the ID verification, Melrose, honey, but there's supposed to be ID Me right on the EDD website. Do it all online, and it's not supposed to take as long as it was before. No. It's not cooperating. Your claim shouldn't end or change. If it's asking for ID verification, just log on and get that done. C&D Simmons says his husband's got 4 of his payments. They're waiting on 5. The EDD has said that the 5th payment should hit by the end of next week. My boss has also still only got 4 payments. Yeah, the EDD is the worst. It's Melrose Honey saying that it won't call or text her. I don't know. It's supposed to just let you do it easily online. Thank you, Bowl Saluni. I'm probably butchering your name. Hello, up in Northern California. I'm in Southern California. You've been on unemployment since March, ran out in September 13, started 9/13, and then after your FED-ED starts, it ends in April. Is the FED-ED 20 weeks after the 13 weeks? It is my understanding it is. How it's written right now, though, usually states are supposed to contribute 50% of the FED-ED money, but something in the CARES Act means that it's totally federally funded through December. So I'm not actually sure what's going to happen after December. Edgar is asking the question that we all want to know, which is California approved for that 6th payment? And they still haven't said yet. What's a ghost? Argueta says, what's up with the 5th payment? It's they still have till the end of next week. They are still sending out some 5th payments. My boss is one of those. Mike says in all caps, will regular UI claimants in California receive the week ended quite a while ago, unless you're talking about the proposals in the stimulus, which they have not agreed to. My connection's unstable. I'm gonna try moving this closer again to the router. Like I'm literally, it's like right here on the floor. So I don't know. This is not okay. I literally don't think I can get any closer. Okay. Nope. Guys, what is going on here? No. Let me try and get a chair. Sorry. Okay. Melrose Honey's phase 1. New Jersey date for the pay 300. Let me check. I use that website, unemploymentpua.com. They have really good updates on, I'm sorry, I'm moving my webcam around, guys. I'm trying to get closer. I'm a mess. All right. I'm trying to get closer to my router. I use PUA, unemploymentpua.com. I see better when I'm reading close up with my glasses off. And for New Jersey, the payment. You're approved for FED-ED extension, and it will run out in January. That sucks. I feel like there's going to be more extensions, though. The last time unemployment was really bad, they extended it for up to 99 weeks. I'm looking on unemployment PUA for New Jersey payments. New Jersey payments, oh my goodness, guys. It says unknown. Can you see this? You can't see that. Anyway, it says unknown as to when you guys are going to get paid. Jenny Silver said FEMA paid money. Yes, that is correct. FEMA paid California and all the states. Well, not all the states, not Florida and Iowa or Idaho. FEMA gave California that sixth payment. They did. But what happens is they had to estimate how many people were on unemployment. So when they gave us that money, they didn't know how many people were actually receiving unemployment in California. And you guys know there's a ton of backlog. And so basically the worry is that they underestimated the number of Californians on unemployment. And so even though FEMA gave them the sixth payment, they might have to use 6 to pay everyone who's unemployed their fifth payment. So that's why we don't know if we're getting the fifth payment or not. Basically kind of like a budgeting and estimating accounting problem. I wonder, show some love for this great content. LWA week 5. Still, they have till the end of next week to issue payment 4 and 5. Herbert Moon, your balance is still 0 and it says to certify on 10/11. Does that 0 change on the 13-week extension? Yes, it will, Herbert. It changes. I can't remember if when you log on the 11th will be when it changes, or if it changes right after you certify on the 11th, and then it'll show the full 13-week new balance, and then it'll reduce that by the 2 weeks that you certified for. Louis Anguilo says that he's only on week 3. That's okay. They have still said the end of next week. Do you know how to correct a previous week if I filled out the week incorrectly? Oh, you have to call, Grace. I hate to say that, but you have to call. So after everyone gets the 5th payment, we should know about the 6th payment afterwards. Correct. And the EDD does news releases on Thursday. So I'm hoping by this coming Thursday that they'll know whether we're going to get that 6th payment or not. Point the camera down. No, west. I'm going to point it at the floor. Okay, Herbert, yeah, let me know. I feel like it's going to go good for you. If you finished your 13-week extension, it's actually another 20 weeks on FED-ED. It's going to be another 13 weeks, and then if you're still unemployed, another 7 weeks for a total of up to 20 more weeks on FED-ED. And they will automatically let you know if you're eligible for that or not. So, Louis, yeah. FED-ED is next after the 13-week PEUC extension. They've broken it up into 13 weeks and 7 weeks, but it's a total of 20 more weeks. Linda gets 275 a week. 275 times 40. She made 26,100. Yeah, that's going to be enough. That'll be enough to qualify for FED-ED. Brian's waiting on his last 600. They have till the end of next week to get that. Ariel is on phase 2. Ariel, I'm also on phase 2 and my stupid connection just timed out again. Ariel, I'm on phase 2. I have got my 5th payment now. What the heroes at funds implicated essential workers. I wasn't an essential worker, contacted your employer and they participated with every fund. I'm not sure what that means. So they will automatically do it after the 13 weeks. They'll automatically let you know if you're eligible for FED-ED after 13 weeks, PEUC runs out. And if you're not eligible, they're supposed to automatically enroll you on a PUA claim. They will send you some paperwork for you to certify that the reason why you're currently unemployed is due to a COVID-19 reason. And that could be as simple as, hi, True Faith. That could be as simple as just saying that it's hard to find work right now because not many people are hiring. Steph got her identity verified and she's getting $277 a week, but she hasn't certified anything since April. What do you wait for now? Steph, call them. You should be able to certify for something, I'm guessing. EDD did mess up the 6th payment. When did you get your 5th payment? I got it last week. I made a video about it. It just says payday. I want to say that was either Tuesday of last week, I think. Good morning, Raquel. West loves me. I love all of you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And I'm so sorry for your struggle. Hi, Ver. Thank you for dropping in. Ver and I just got off another video call this morning. Probably much better run than this one. My neighbor's dog needs to go inside. So you guys, my house is do you guys want me to go shut the window? It's hot though. I don't have air conditioning. Ernie says I'm doing well. Yeah. So I live a little bit, I won't call it the ghetto or the hood. I love my neighborhood. I've lived here for like 20 years. But in one of my videos, like you heard like a food truck go by, there's dogs. I'm like oblivious to it. You just get used to the noise in your own neighborhood after a little bit. Is the PEUC automatic? It is. Although for some reason when they send you the information, it's going to say you might be eligible, but everyone's eligible for that. And then they send you a letter and it's actually kind of confusing because they send you something that says if you want to, they're like, you're approved. But if you want to appeal it, send this back. Don't send the appeal back if you're approved, because why would you appeal being approved? Okay. Bye, Vera. Thanks. Okay. You got a 5th payment Saturday, but nothing on the card. Probably be there either tonight by 10 or tomorrow by 8 a.m. Phase. Oh, these guys, give me a second to answer comments. I know that there's a way to slow this, but I don't remember. Sexy Swag is looking for a job. She has to be careful so she doesn't end up unemployed again. I'm with you. I'm still furloughed, but I'm like less and less confident they're going to be able to bring us back. They just cut our health insurance. Have you heard of anyone getting the adjustment for the 5th week, but it did not get deposited to B of A last night or this morning? Does that mean anything? No, it should hit. They always have 72 business hours, I want to say, to actually load the payments. So I'd give it 72 business hours, so not including today. And if it doesn't load by then I would call them. How many payments about the 300 booths should we have so far? You should have at least 900. They say that they've paid everyone those first 3 payments. So if you haven't gotten your first $900, then you need to call them. If you're waiting on the 4th and the 5th payment, which will total $1,200 and $1,500, they do have till the end of next week to get those to you. I have not mentioned anything about the frozen B of A accounts, although Melrose Honey still needs to know about ID verification. I did take a screenshot about that because I knew that was going to come up. I've been helping my mom a lot, so I'm not as up to date on that as I should be. So they are freezing a lot of accounts, and this is the screenshot of that. Is your EDD debit card account frozen? We may need to verify your identity. Look for email, text, or notice in the mail requesting ID verification. Log into UI Online and use the Upload Documents option for faster processing. Once verified, you'll continue receiving benefits. So, oh yeah, please smash the like button. Thanks, Rosendo. West loves my vampires. I'm blocking him. There he is. There's Dracula. And there's Jack. Who's saving all their unemployment money? AM or AM? I am. There were no gaps for me either. Mine automatically started the extension today and you just certified this morning. Perfect. I am so glad to hear that there were no gaps. There were no gaps for me either getting that extension. Have you heard of people's? Yes, Andrew, I just read about the ID cards being frozen It is a real headache. They're trying to cut down on fraud, but it sounds like they've accidentally flagged a lot of people that shouldn't have. Val, your balance is 0. It says you're eligible, but you haven't gotten any updates. You got the Val for PEUC. When you log on to your UI online account, does it give you your next day to certify? And is that your regular like 2-week schedule? That's where you'll know. If any of you are nearing 0 or you're at 0 and you haven't gotten anything on PEUC yet, any information, a good sign is if it gives you your next certification date and that's the regular date, then you're good. If you run out of the FED-ED extension, do you qualify for anything else? Not right now. But historically, when unemployment was really bad, they used to call these people the 99ers. And that's because in the past, when the economy was really bad, they ended up approving up to 99 weeks of unemployment. You guys, now that you mentioned the barking dogs, I'm really conscious of all the other noise, and there's like a plane or a helicopter. Sometimes you guys will be in for a special treat if the ghetto bird comes flying over the house, which it does pretty frequently. Growing your own food is smart. Sexy swag. Oh my God. And I tried growing my own food. I think every homeowner, when you first get a house, you're like, I'm going to plant a garden. Bugs ate my tomatoes. I felt like I was using more water and like I would grow like 1 tomato. And there's like an opportunity cost and a time investment cost. And maybe I just have a black thumb, but growing my own food, I felt like I was wasting more resources than I was saving. But good luck to you guys. I did eventually get some tomatoes and I was able to share with a couple of my neighbors, but I'm not sure that I saved any money on that. You ran out of regular UI funds, James L, and you get paid tomorrow. Hopefully the extension will kick in. Yeah, you should be fine. It should kick in automatically. Disqualified. I got to look up disqualification because I'm not as familiar with that. Linda Evans says I'm too funny. I'm not good at growing stuff, but like it was fun to try, but bugs ate it. And then you spend money on like trying to keep bugs from eating it. And I'm just not good at that. When is New Jersey paying the extra $300? Emilio, I looked that up earlier on that unemployment PUA site, which has fairly accurate updates on that. And it just says it's unknown when New Jersey is going to start issuing those payments. The $600 extension, do I know anything about it? Oh, okay. So, this makes me so mad because there's so many people hoping for extra money, myself included. And yeah, the House passed a bill that would give us $600 extra, but there's 2 branches of Congress. And you guys, like, I'm not political. Like, maybe I'm not talking down to anybody. This is how I explain it to myself because I'm learning a lot of this year. Like, I'm taking a special interest in politics this year. My boss is great with this. So there's 2 branches of Congress, the House and the Senate. So just because something passes the House, then it still has to get voted on and approved in the Senate. And they've already said that they think $600 is too much for us to get and that they're not going to approve that. So there's no $600. I think the Senate is actually on break right now, although Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin are still in talks right now, which is a good sign. They could go back to vote. What else? I'm getting, stop it, West. I get distracted. Okay, so after it passes both branches of Congress, then the president still has to sign it into law. Then, depending on what they decide, they still need to have, like, it's the EDD here in California, but the different unemployment offices have to decide how they're going to implement it. The $600 does not seem likely, and I actually hate that a lot of people commented like and made those videos that are like, oh, $600 passes House, because it just gets people's hopes up, and that is probably not happening. I do think there will probably be a boost. Sexy Swag says it'll probably be 450. That might, let's hope that that's what it is. That might still be a little high. Like, I don't want to guess on that. I do think they'll give us some kind of boost. I think it will be retroactive. Jella Cho says she works for the airline and she got paid vacation for next year. Yeah, just report it. I'm not sure if they pay on weeks when you get vacation pay or not. I've heard both ways. As long as you accurately reported, even if you don't get paid this week because you reported it, you'll still get paid your next weeks. Mike T-Dog is asking when California gets their sixth payment. We might not get that payment at all. First, they have to pay out week 4 and 5. And even though FEMA gave them the payment to pay us week 6, basically they may have like underestimated the number of people that were on unemployment, and they might not be able. My connection is buffering again. Guys, am I frozen for you? Can somebody give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if I'm frozen? Am I frozen for you guys? It's not, oh God. It's not necessarily, this is working if I get closer again. Can you guys see me? It says, you guys are still commenting. Okay, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. They don't care about vacation, but they care about sick pay. Okay. Okay, good. I'm not frozen. Nimat says, hi, Shelly. Hope all is well. Your unemployment benefit year expires December 31st, but you still have a balance left over. What does that mean? I think it means you have to reopen your claim. If you don't use all of your balance, but your claim year ends, I think that balance just disappears and you will need to reopen your claim. Okay, good. Thank you, everyone. All right, it's telling me up above, it's like your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. So I'm glad I'm good. Thank you, everyone. Just block west. No. Okay, I don't want to block anybody. You guys are pretty well behaved. You're done with your extension. Matt, are you done with your 13-week PEUC extension and your FED-ED 20-week extension? Not frozen except your Bank of America card. I'm so sorry about the Bank of America cards. Let's see. Okay. I think if people offer you a mask on the street and you're not wearing one, I think they just want you to be wearing one. I would hope that if I wasn't wearing a mask on the street that someone would give me one, but just want you to know that when I go outside of my house, I wear a mask. Get a Wi-Fi extender, okay? I will look into that. Rosendo. Linda says she thinks it's going to pass because Trump has coronavirus, so this might change things. Yeah, and someone asked earlier if I think that Trump having COVID might affect stimulus. He or someone on his team did put out a tweet saying that he hopes that people will, or that Congress will come up with something fast. So I think that is his way of like saying, hey guys, come up with something. And it's an election year. I can't imagine both sides not doing anything for the people. Both sides are going to want to look good in terms of wanting to get elected. So I think they're going to come out with something. It might be last minute, really close to the election, but I do think that they'll come up with something. Self-setter, your last certification was today. And a lot of you are saying what happens when your claim balance hits 0. I know I already answered this earlier, but it's coming up again, so I will answer it again. And so if your claim balance is approaching 0 or it just hit 0 today, the next step is an automatic 13-week PEUC extension. And after that, they will determine if you're eligible for a 20-week FED-ED extension, and they issue the FED-ED extension in 2 steps. First, 13 more weeks, but that's on top of PEUC, and then if you're still unemployed, 7 more weeks. Pelosi is the spawn of Satan. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. Here's the thing, like, I'm not good with politics. Supposedly, Nancy Pelosi is holding out, and I don't know if that's the right thing because there's more issues and she doesn't want those to be unaddressed, is my understanding of it. Like, she's worried that if she says yes on just like a portion of it, that all the other things that need help with won't. Okay, this is just my understanding with it, and I'm gonna totally admit this is a foggy understanding. But if they just pass like the unemployment portion of it, which I think is the part that the people need the most, so it is frustrating that she won't move that part ahead. But then like some of the rent and eviction protections aren't addressed, and people also really need that. So my understanding is like, if someone's eating and someone's hungry and they're like, oh, well, here's one bite, but like one bite isn't a meal. It's not enough to like, you know, meet your nutritional needs and things like that. So I don't know. I need to know about the unemployment boost as well. So it's frustrating, but like I think she's trying to do greater good. I don't know. All politicians are the spawn of Satan. That I can seem to get behind. That I agree with. Like they're both kind of playing their agendas. Shelly, say, wake up, Maritza. Maritza, wake up. You've been denied for FED-ED 2 days ago. Your last weekly payment was on 9/2. Is PUA automatic? If so, how many more days do I need to wait? That's from Amy. Amy, what you need to do is I'd wait maybe a couple more days. Keep checking your UI online account. PUA is supposed to be automatic after FED-ED, but you are going to need to certify that the reason why you're still unemployed is due to a COVID-19 related reason. That's separate from the self-certification to get the $300 LWA funds. So be on the lookout for that. I would say if you don't get any messages by Tuesday on your UI online account, to go ahead and give them a call and find out what you need to do to find out about getting put on PUA. Give us 400. Yes, they did kind of mess up the economy. Are we expecting anything after this 300 for 5 weeks? And someone, I know, Vanessa, me and Jenny are planning on something. She's got 2 kids. I've got a sick mom, and I'm trying to do a shower renovation. She and I are in communication about doing a collaboration, though, and I think that's going to be so fun. Okay, so the 6th payment is not guaranteed here in California, and my shirt is twisted. Okay, there. So the 6th payment's not guaranteed here in California, and until Congress votes on something, we aren't getting anything extra for a little while. So there's all these headlines that the House passed $600, but the Senate would still need to vote on and approve that, and they've already said that they won't. So they have to come to an agreement, pass it as a bill, then the president has to sign it into law, and depending on what that is, then you still have to give instructions to our unemployment offices on how to actually implement it and get our funds to us. Behind the monitor says, hello. Yes, please, you guys, if you could hit the like button, that would be amazing. I would appreciate that. Just B, why would you be freaking out? Let's help you not freak out. I don't want anybody on my channel to freak out. I want to help you guys plan for the future. Your boyfriend got the 5th week and you still haven't. No, you're good. They've said that it will be till the end of next week that they're going to issue. Even some people haven't got the 4th payment yet. So if you are waiting on your 4th or 5th LWA payment, they have till the end of next week to get that to you. Maximum benefit, your maximum benefits paid. That is correct. PEUC will be automatic. So don't worry about that. In a couple days, you'll get the thing that says you might be eligible for PEUC, and that will happen automatically. And then you'll see before you find out for sure that you're eligible, which everybody is, you will get a letter saying you're approved for that. The 20-week FED-ED extension guidelines. So you need to get that, which is the next extension after the 13-week PEUC, there's up to 20 more weeks. You need to make 40 times your weekly benefit amount. So for me, my weekly benefit amount is $450. So in that original approval letter, for me, I needed to make $18,000 that year, which I did. Now there's a secondary metric, which is if you didn't make 40 times your weekly benefit amount, you need to make 1.5 times your highest quarter, 1.5 times your highest quarter for the year. They'll let you know. I'm going to look that up in a second. I know that off by heart, and I'm like messing it up under pressure. The new stimulus package, they will retro the UI boost. Yes, that is what they're talking about, is making it retro from when the LWA ended. You're making a little over 100K a week from your job. So the 600 got you to about 100% of wages. You just did LWA. Are you late? No, they did say if you're just now doing your self-certification for LWA that they will get you paid for those. Jack Flores, what is your mom helping you with? And someone asked about my mom. She's doing good. She's annoying me. She does watch these. She can't really hear. She says I make funny faces. So here's a funny face for you, Mom. I'm going to go visit her later. Yeah, barely covered. 1 week paid, another week pending. Tommy, that's a little unusual, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'd check back in a couple hours, and if it still says 1 paid and 1 pending, I would call them. They are open until 8 p.m. tonight, and that should just be a general question that they would be able to answer. Ruben's asking, is it true there's going to be a 6th payment? We don't know yet. The EDD won't commit to it. So in California, FEMA paid California for week 6, but they may not have used the correct estimate when determining how many people were on unemployment. So basically, they might need to use the 6th week of payment to make sure that everybody who's unemployed and eligible gets the 5th week of payment. So they don't know if there's going to be enough funding left over to pay us the 6th week. Makeup Addict 26 says, after the balance goes to 0, how do you certify? In a few days after it goes to 0, it's just going to show you your next certification date, and it's going to be right on schedule the next 2 weeks from today. Are we going to get a 6th payment? I just addressed that. We don't know yet. Lucy asks, after the 5th or possible 6th, will there be anything else? So that's what they're voting on in Congress right now as to what it will be and how much it will be, but they haven't decided yet, so they haven't agreed, and both sides of Congress need to agree, the House and the Senate. Then after that, the president still needs to sign it into law, and they need to give instructions to our unemployment offices on how to implement it and get it to us. So I do think, I don't know, but I think they're going to come up with something. And if not, the president has kind of indicated that he will find a way to use, I know he doesn't control the purse strings, but he didn't with the LWA money either, and that happened. So he may have some resources that he can pull funding from, that he does have authorization over, to further give us something else. But since they haven't decided, even though I do think something else is coming, I think it's going to be quite a little while before any boost gets into our hands. Carolina, after PEUC is FED-ED if you're eligible, PUA if they determine you're not eligible for the FED-ED extension. If Congress agrees to a bill, will the new FPUC be retroactive to the last week of LWA? That is what they're talking about now, and so I think that it will. Amy's asking if she needs to receive $100 in benefits to collect the next EDD boost. And if you're talking about after LWA, they haven't decided on that yet. April wants to know what part of Cali I live in. I am in Southern California. What happens when the balance comes to 0 if you're on PEUC? You'll either be eligible for FED-ED or you will be switched on to PUA. Seems promising. Do you know if it will be back paid? Yeah, they've said it will be back paid. And they did that even with the LWA. So I do feel like they're going to decide on something, but I don't know when. It's going to take a while, but I think once they do decide that it will be retroactive at least until when LWA ended. Yes, after PEUC is another extension called FED-ED. When you call the EDD, the person that you're only approved for 2 payments out of 5 weeks. So John Francis Garcia, were there any weeks when you got an excessive earnings warning? Were there any weeks where you returned back to work? Did you open your claim after some of the dates? Because all of these payments are retroactive. So you needed to be receiving at least $100 before any earnings or taxes for the weeks ending August 1st, August 8th, August 15th, August 22nd, and August 29th. If you had the excessive earnings warning any of those weeks, you would not be eligible. Anybody's FED-ED almost about to exhaust? I don't know. Ruben's asking, will there be a second stimulus check? If they pass a bill in general, it does look like they've agreed on a second stimulus check. But again, that's like unemployment. We don't know when they're going to vote on that and approve that. But it looks like if they can come to an agreement, and notice I say if, they might not come to an agreement. I just think they will. And yeah, it seems like if they do that, that a second stimulus check would be in there. Thank you, Sean. Good to see you too. FED-ED 2 is all that matters if it's real. FED-ED 2. I don't know. What? Is that like I've seen some people say that there's going to be a second 20-week extension after the first FED-ED 20-week extension. I'm not sure about that. I have not been able to verify that. Can we still skip the job search requirement? I'm too nervous. Even though I'm furloughed, I keep looking, and that is one other thing on PEUC. Now we need to put in 3 job searches a week. But I put that I'm looking at Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm and Universal Studios, and they're not open, so they're not hiring. And the reason why I do that is because I'm furloughed. Sometimes I actually put jobs that I want to look, that I would like I look to see if Tesla's hiring or SpaceX, because I really like those companies and I think they'd be fun to work at. But a lot of times I just put jobs that I kind of know aren't hiring because technically I'm still furloughed, and so I'm not actively looking for another job, but I do the job search requirements just because I'm too nervous not to. I think technically it's waived, but then if it's waived, why are they having us do? I don't know. I'm too nervous about not getting paid, so I just look. Every Saturday I look. Tesla's always hiring. Are they? My friend got furloughed from Tesla. Well, they didn't hire me because I actually applied for that one. Jessica's FED-ED is about to end next month. Hopefully they decide on another extension. Oh, good. Yeah. Jamil, 35. Yeah, you'll still get it. If it says paid, it's taking, I don't know why, a couple people this morning have said that it's taking a little while to hit their accounts. Yeah, they have said that the job search is waived, but you still need to answer yes that you're looking for a job. Otherwise, that kind of messes up the claim. They've said that you can just hit next and skip answering where you looked. But I don't want to risk it. I don't want to tell you guys to risk it. Also with this job market being so sucky, let's look for good jobs, jobs that we really want that pay better than our old jobs. Does Bank of America reimburse stolen funds? It's my understanding that they do, but that it could take some time. So make sure to report the fraud claim right away and get that processing. Oh man, but it's specific. You're a 3D designer. You're probably way more qualified than I am. I'm not good with tech. Yeah, answer that you're looking for work, but I think you can skip actually putting in where. You can't work because you have a compromised immune system and your doctor put you out. So I would still answer yes that you're looking. And then I don't want to tell anybody to skip listing where you applied because I'm just too nervous. They do say that you can skip listing where you worked. I personally haven't. And I don't want to recommend you guys to do something one way and then you guys not get paid. That really scares me. I would feel super bad if that happened. Fisherman 007 says, hi, Shelly. Hello. Yes. Lucy confirms that the Bank of America will reimburse for fraud because it happened to her. Lucy, I'm sorry that the fraud happened to you. do I think AM is asking if I think they'll extend the unemployment for 2 years like they did in 2008. I think it's possible. And I think I don't want to say that it's good because I don't want to be unemployed for 2 years, but I think that there's a precedence that they extended unemployment that long before, that increases the likelihood that if the economy is still bad, and I personally do kind of think the economy is still going to be bad, that they will extend it again. Brian is asking about that sixth payment for LWA. California has not confirmed that they're going to give it to us. So we have to wait until they've paid everybody out for week 5. And then if they still have funding left, that's when they'll tell us if they're paying out week 6 or not. No, Charity's asking the same thing about the 6th week of payment. They might not pay us. I put no to looking for work and no problem. Cindy, that is good to know. What should you ask the EDD representative when I call about my LWA? So just say, hey, I've only been paid for this week and this week. I'm wondering why I haven't been paid for the other 2 weeks. That's just how I would, or the 3 weeks. That's how I would say it. Stacking their unemployment money. I've got to save it because I'm not sure my job's actually going to reopen. Your funds have not come through since Memorial Day. Just keep trying. You have to keep trying. There are tons of people in the same boat as you. You have to get the right representative, and then it's like magic and you'll get all kinds of money back, and that'll be good. Denied Fed-ED, Jennifer. So they are supposed to automatically file a PUA claim for you and then send you like a certification where you're going to need to say that the reason why you're currently unemployed, somebody's asked me a question 3 times. Anyway, so you'll be on PUA and but you need to send certification back. And I'd say if you don't get that after like 5 days after being denied the Fed-ED, go ahead and call them. Yay, David the Gemini's week 5 is showing in claim history. That is good news. If you quit your job because you can't quit, sorry, not you can't quit. But if you quit your job, the EDD looks at the claims on a case-by-case basis, and it might take some time while they review your claim. If you've always skipped at that and you're getting your money with no problem, that should be fine. I'm just telling you guys what I do. I don't want to tell you guys specifically what to do on your claims. I'm just kind of telling you guys how it happens for me because I'm really worried to give you guys bad advice. Axel Walston is reminding everybody to hit the like button, and I would sure appreciate that if you did. I think it helps the channel. Oh God, Linda, I know. David from Jenny Silver. Oh, hi. Oh, David, Jenny Silver sent you. That is great. She's so sweet. We are going to try and collab, but I don't know when or how or the specifics of it. Okay. Melrose Honey's back. Tatiana, okay, I got to your question. That's good. David again on the podcast. Okay. You're a school bus driver. You've exhausted your EDD and LWA. I mean, he's asking if you should find other work. You guys, I think we might all need to try and like find better jobs than what we had before. Like, let's take this opportunity. Carolina asked after Fed-ED, what's next? We don't know, possibly nothing, but there is precedence that back in 2008, they did give unemployment for 99 weeks. What happens when your first extension runs out? Amber's asking. So that's the first 13-week PEUC extension. And after that, they determine if you're eligible for FED-ED, which is a 20-week extension. The eligibility requirements are a little bit trickier for that. If you don't qualify for that, they're supposed to automatically enroll you in a PUA claim, but you will need to certify that the reason why you're currently unemployed is due to a COVID-19 related reason. No. Okay. Killigoen, what is your question? I'm looking now. Ask it again. Killa, ask me the question again. Or if anybody knows, tell me what Killa's question is. It's 11:49. Oh, girl, boy, you're killing me here. I don't know how to use the computer. 11:49 mark. Thank you. Please just ask it again. Was it long? I don't know. Okay. You were told that you only got approved for 2 payments. No, that seems weird. Unless like only those 2 had been released and they meant like, oh, you're approved for 2 now and the other 3 are on their way. That's the only thing. Yes, the plane. Yeah, Sophie, so my boss has only got 4 LWA payments and they have said that they have till the end of next week to issue those to us. So there are other people in the same boat. Some of the people in the chat as well have only got 4 payments and not their 5th. So that is kind of normal. I wouldn't worry about not getting that 5th payment unless it gets to be Friday and you still haven't done it. You guys, I don't know. Somebody's asking if Jenny and I would do a live chat together. I'm not sure how that would work. She's up north and I'm down south and I have a super bad computer. So I'm not sure how we would both do a live chat with you guys, but that would definitely be fun if someone could explain to me how to figure that out. Justin got his 5th payment yesterday. I am starting to see that more as well, even though the 5th payments haven't hit people's EDD debit cards yet. A lot of people are saying that they're seeing it switch to paid in their claims history. Carlos Diaz, you are very welcome. Oh, what? Are you telling Kevin you got your payment too? I hope that's what it is. Only California. Oh, my connection is unstable again. Oh, thank you, Ernie, and thank you again for your donation earlier, even though it was not necessary, but I do appreciate it. And I just want to say that I appreciate all of you guys and your support and your struggles, and I hope I'm able to help some of you. Justin, if your card is frozen, you need to log on to the EDD website and verify your ID. I don't know how to, a Facebook Live. How would that work? How would we get both? I still don't know how that would work. Like, I don't know how to get both of our computers to like be on screen at the same time. Yeah, the EDD computers are bad and will be frozen in California for up to 10 days. I hope not too. Oh, vicariously answered. Okay. Oh, I'm glad. Killa, that your question got answered. Your Bank of America card is frozen and they want me to upload ID. I know. YouTube Live is better. Well, Jenny and I will figure it out. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Okay, 78 Shamrocker says DM him and I will figure it out. Okay, 78 Shamrocker, I don't even know how to access like your emails or like your ID. Are you on Instagram as 78 Shamrocker? Your claim is good till 3/20 0 balance automatic. How do you do identity verification? Okay. Milan A, if they filed your automatic extension, you might not need to do ID verification. That's separate. Don't do the unemployment application again. Do not hit reopen claim. They will just automatically put you on that PEUC extension. Okay, 78 Shamrocker on Instagram. I will try and let me do that right now. Don't quit. You only got the 3rd. So Yessie, some people have only gotten their third payment. They have all the way up till the end of next week to do their fourth and fifth. Hang on. 78 Shamrock on Insta. 78 Shamrock. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. I think I added you or requested to add you. People have been on since end of March. Right now it says nothing available. March since last. Jasmine, they should still let you certify in 2 weeks. And if on UI Online it gives you your next certification date and it's like your regular date, then you should be fine. Okay, Ken Shamrock. I don't think that's who I just sent a friend request to. Okay, hold on. Oops. Ken Shamrock. I'm so confused. Okay. No, that's not who is messaging me. I'm confused. There's not a UFC fighter in here. I don't like the internet. Okay, the best COVID ends ASAP. Yes. How about a downgrade and pay at Amazon or UPS? That's for each individual to decide. I also feel like that's highly competitive right now. I feel like a lot of people are applying for those jobs. Does EDD pay on Sunday? Because they're seeing their fifth payment Saturday. I would say, Luis, that your payment will either hit after 10 p.m. tonight or after 8 a.m. tomorrow morning once it shows paid on your claim history. Yeah, after the claim reaches zero, Holman PEUC extension is next. Massive pay cut. I don't know. I feel like my friend worked for a company and his pay got cut 25% anyway. It was so crappy. Sally Nishimoto. How about this, guys? If anybody wants to, I'm so bad at this and I like can't multitask. It's amazing I had a job at all. But anyway, okay, so my Instagram, just add me and message me and be like, hey, from the chat this morning. Can we do it that way? I don't even know my Instagram. It's Shelly's SHELLYS, no apostrophe in that. Shelly's _ millions, MILLIONS. Shelly's _ millions on Instagram. Maybe I'll type that. Oh my god, I just realized that I can like type my own question. So Shelly's oops _ oh my goodness. Oops. What'd I do? Can't type. Can't speak. Uber drivers. I hear Postmates drivers are making a lot of money. Oh my goodness. Also, my computer is like super sucky. Shelly's. Yes, keep claiming even if your claim is at zero. If it lets you claim, that means it's going to switch you over to the extension. I just let everybody know my Instagram. Does anyone need to verify their IDs? Purple Flavorco. I don't know. I'm bad at names too, guys. Forgive me. Okay, so I'm just gonna call you Purple. I don't think everyone has to do their ID. I think just new claims need to do their ID verification. Your claim is expired or it hit zero? Did your claim year actually expire or just your balance hit zero? Because you only need to do a new claim if your claim balance reached, if your claim year expired, not if your balance is zero. Okay, can you still get weeks? Is actually the payment for August 29th. So if you were receiving unemployment on August 29th, that's when that payment's for. If you weren't getting unemployment on August 29th, then no, you wouldn't get that fifth payment, but you must have been unemployed. I'm just doing the thing in my head. So you've got your first 4 probably also unemployed on August 29th. So yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with when we're certifying right now. It has to do with when we certified originally, because we've already certified for those back weeks. You're welcome, Purple. Thank you. Thank you, Sophie, for saying I'm doing great. I feel like a mess sometimes. You need to verify your sanity. Me too, Vanessa. I've totally lost it. We have been on quarantine for way too long. Jose, don't worry about hitting 0 today. 13-week PEUC extension is next. When you received your third payment of $300, your claim went back to 2008 for some 18. Well, Amber, that sucks, but on EDD timeline, 3 weeks is not too bad. But oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened, but I'm glad it worked out. Yeah, Gabriel just pops in whenever. You're welcome, Jose. LWA, you got all 5, but part of me thinks that, yeah, 6th payment might not happen. And yeah, I'm not counting on it either. It would be nice if it did. And I'm hoping they'll let us know on Thursday when they do their EDD. Please relax. Go to a casino. Casinos are so dirty. My mom loves the casino. One-armed bandit, not a good place for somebody trying to become a millionaire. But my mom loves them, and I love my mom. But I can't risk risking the Compton Gaming. You got 3 payments of the 300, Adrian. Okay, so they do have till the end of next week to get us your 4th and your 5th. Good. And Jack, I'm glad that your mom is helping you. Are excessive earnings the same as on PEUC and FED-ED? Yeah, so if you earn too much, they still won't pay you for that week. And also any weeks where you have an excessive earnings warning, you wouldn't qualify for the LWA payments either. Milan, you're welcome. Adrian, you're welcome. Everybody's welcome. I appreciate all of you guys. I don't remember to say that enough, but I really truly do. And I really want to help as many people as I can. And thank you, Andrew. Happy Sunday. Are you a Democrat? I don't know if I want to answer that. I will say that I recently switched parties. How about that? I did, and that's true. I did. I was one party, and now I'm the other. I just want, I don't know what I want. I want the government to agree and to actually look out for the people. And I think it's tricky. Yeah, no politics. Let's not talk about politics. But I don't want it to be anarchy either. I want everybody to be nice and kind to people. That's what I want. That seems not possible for either party. John Francis Garcia, yeah, I don't know why the EDD workers, people are saying that they're rude, and that is terrible that they would just hang up on you. I do want to say that I've called a couple of times now, and the EDD, their office still, to my knowledge, still isn't physically open. So they have people that are just learning this system. Some of them don't even live in California. When I called, I want to say it was somebody that lived in Kentucky that answered my call. And so I feel like they're not going to be as familiar with California issues because they're not going through it like we are. So they're not as familiar. But they're working from home with the dogs barking and the planes going and the kids running around and the husband in the back in the shorts or whatever. So, I do think for the most part, I mean, I just have to think this, to keep my sanity, that for the most part, they're just trying also under probably not the best circumstances either. Yes, so wrong that they hung up. Guys, I don't see any more comments coming through, and it is 12:04. Anybody, it's the comments have slowed down, or maybe I'm frozen and I just don't know. I hope Samuel is not bashing Compton, because that is pretty close to where I live. Who would be on? Nobody bash anywhere in California. No bashing. Okay, I have a feeling I am frozen because I don't see any comments. So, oh, let me see if I reload this. I don't know what's going to happen. I may lose you guys. If I lose you guys, thank you again so much. I really appreciate all of you guys for joining me today. LD's no 6th week confirmed yet. It doesn't necessarily mean it's not coming. I'm going to try and refresh this. Oh no, let's cancel that. Let's see, maybe I did something in my comments. Oh, I'll try and type and see if that does. Let's try that.